Hello, Ms. Darling. How are you? Strawberry cake? Well, that sounds pretty sweet. No pun intended. Well, I think being in an insane asylum is where we all are for the rest of our lives. I don't think there's anything we can do to make it less insane. We are doomed and insane. Yeah, you did mention that you bought it. I didn't realize that it was the ass crack of dawn that you bought it at that hour. It'll teach you. Getting up at the ass crack of dawn. Hello, Friedrich. How are you? Friedrich. I'm doing a selfie here. Trying to draw a selfie. Doesn't look like me at all. Oh, watching cartoons. Destroy, stop, cancel, yes, clear. So much for that. Well, the basement is being dried out, ripping up the floorboards. Well, if any nib is going to crumble on you, it might as well be a Morrison's. They are among the least good nibs out there. Oh, I think dip nibs, steel dip nibs are beyond my learning curve. Well, I've got lots of warranted nibs. Might even have Morrison nibs. Uncrumbled ones. Well, you can show if you want. I can invite you in. Alone. 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 Oh, you're at the Kanabi. Turkey in the straw?
What?
Turkey in the straw?
Is that what that's called?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's my theme song. I thought that I made it up. I'm so stupid. Nothing has been made up that hasn't been made up before, I know.
I think it's turkey. I didn't realize that was your theme song, though.
Yeah.
Let me just see.
I've been trying to get somebody to play it for me, but I don't know what I don't know. That's all I know.
Turkey and
G. See, I was going for a much more simplified version of that. Well, damn. You think you're onto something, and then all of a sudden, someone is like, "This has already been done, Marilyn." I'm like, "Shut up! It's my own. Fuck off."
Let me just. Oh, here's Friedrich.
Oh, it's a cake. Oh, wait. Hi, Friedrich.
Howdy.
What are you doing?
Nothing of particular sort. I had Botox today, so.
Oh,
yeah, fun. Not cosmetic. It's for migraines and nerve block purposes.
okay.
I wish it was for cosmetics, but no.
But no.
But no, I have. You do your Franken pens with Victorian nibs with larger fountain pens, and I have holders made out of ebonite.
Yeah.
With ebonite feeds.
Yeah.
For the same purpose.
Okay. Good.
Figuring most of the Franken pens, once they're done, you really can't use the sacks anyway. They end up being dip pens for the most part once they're modified, unless you get really lucky and it functions well. I tend to go this route. Plus, with this one, it's hard to see exactly. But I mean, it's
Sorry
shit.
about that. I was trying to show you guys the cake I was making, but
Oh,
well,
okay.
it didn't turn out very well.
Okay, let me just, I'm going to remove you for a second so I can see Frederick's pen. Be right back, Marilyn.
Okay, yeah, sure.
But it's I don't know, 17 centimeters long.
Okay.
So I can get them custom sized to whatever. So I mean, it has quite a lot of purchase room.
Yeah, good.
So I could pull a Russell and move back with it,
Yes.
you know, when necessary. So it's kind of handy that way.
Yeah, yeah. So you said you I would think with a dip nib, if you're going to keep it a dip pen, um, you wouldn't necessarily. I use I use large pens mainly because they have a longer cap, and I know the pens often stick out a little bit more. So that's why I use the larger pens.
Uh-huh.
Also for the larger nibs, but there are a lot of number 2 sized or smaller dip pen nibs.
Oh well, then I could probably go with this. Then I've got smaller holders that I've went this route with.
Okay.
That could have been done the same way with
Yeah, I
the
would think
pen
so.
nib. Yeah,
Huh. I mean, anything that fits can fit. I just
you know.
be careful with the dip nibs because you might crack them in the back if you shove a.
Yeah, because
They're
well,
flat.
I talked to the gentleman that makes them, and he informed me that he can when he drills the hole, he can drill the top part of it to be flat.
Okay.
So then he could better
Okay.
I could better accommodate the profile of the dip nib per se.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
the thing is, it's all no two are going to be alike.
right?
So having him, I think keeping him circular is just fine, and then uh, just have it might be. I mean, I normally use a slightly smaller feed than would normally go in the pen if it had a regular nib. It's enough to hold the pen in and to hold the ink. And in your case, because you're using dip pens at your desk, you're not carrying them with you, it'll be fine, I think.
Okay.
That would be my thought.
You still there, Marilyn?
No, Marilyn went away, but I can ask her to come back. I don't know if she's still here. When you were showing your pen, she here she is back in her regular spot.
You know, I've been looking for one of those vintage dip nibs too. But the problem that I'm afraid of is the thing that I saw that happened to the last time that Pierre got a dip nib off of eBay. It broke in half in
Oh,
transit. I don't know how much you paid for it, but they are like $80 or more on
well,
eBay.
it was the holder I didn't care about, and it did break in half. But it's the nibs that I'm buying these for mainly. So
Right.
the nib, unfortunately, I've I've been lucky with some, unlucky with others. So
Yeah, see, I'd want it for the holder.
Oh well, that's why I had sent you that link, Marilyn, because the nib that was a John Holland one, a number 2. It still had iridium, and it was only $55, which
yeah,
is pretty cheap for a
Was that
for a
that
dip
black
pen.
thing?
Yeah, that was that black
The
gold,
black one.
the gold
Yeah,
dip pen. Yeah.
yeah. I wanted the opal pearlescent handle, whatchamacallit.
they're going to be way too thin for you.
Yeah, well,
If you didn't like that gold fill pen I sent you, you're going to
well,
hate
I'm
it.
not going to use it. I just wanted to look at it.
Oh, I have a bunch of them to tell you to look at all day long, but
What type of gold fill pen did you
I let her try. I sent her. I thought she would really like. Uh, it was a Carter Super Right or Super Fine. It's
Super right, yeah.
it's a number 2 size. It's like a number 2 wall.
Yeah, it's kind of stiff and it's really scratchy. And
But
I don't want
I thought
to
she would.
doing a
I
nib
thought she
tuning on
would.
it because
I thought she
although I've gotten better at nib tuning, I'm not quite, I wouldn't confess to be a pro
no
or anything.
that I thought she would like the thinner profile of the gold fill pen, but she doesn't. It's too thin. So
Yeah.
I'm the direct opposite. I prefer the thinner pens.
Oh,
Maybe it's because I came from the opposite aspect with pens. I'm used to the vintage, so I didn't start with modern, where everything's like baton thickness. So I didn't become accustomed to that. I was used to everything being very small and narrow, and with a vintage pen, something oversized for vintage was five and a quarter inches long, and 12 millimeters around at best, and that was oversized.
right,
you know.
right.
Whereas now, oversized from someone like Montegrappa, is the size of a police
Oh
baton.
my God, it's so fucking big. Like, why? I like them. So I realized that when in my dip pen nib journey, that I don't like the speedball is too thick, and I don't like the cork thing. That's just a nightmare waiting to happen. And then I got this wooden thing, and it's perfect. It's just right. But I like girthier sections. I'm not necessarily counting the pen, but I can write longer sessions with a.
So you prefer your holder to have a swell then, as
Right.
opposed to be a straight holder? Okay.
I like the straight holder, but it's got to be big enough. I like them a little girthy.
Well, that's why. No, that's why when I had this one custom done, I ordered a specific size for the section.
What is that? It looks like it could be
Where'd the see?
Right, yeah, it's a ripple. It looks like a ripple.
Yeah, it is an ebonite ripple. It's a brick red and yellow ripple.
Is it a dip pen or is it a?
No, it's a dip pen.
Oh, that's
It's
cool. Yeah, I was gonna say, there's a company.
With an ebonite feed behind it.
There's a company that makes those in Australia. Oh crap! I don't have my computer with me. Let me see if I can.
You're better off. If you want to save money, you'll pay a third of the price if you order it from India as opposed to.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, not trying to take the money away from Australia, because I believe all the Australian businesses deserve money, and Parker would have my nuts cut off if I had money taken away from good old Australia. But the serendipity pens and all that,
serendipity, that's what it's called.
They're a bit overpriced for what they are.
Yeah, they really are overpriced, but they're sure pretty.
but the ladies and gentlemen that like them, for the most part, they like them because they use the Yovo screw in and out nib unit.
Right.
So for them that works perfect. But for somebody that wants vintage that you're going to fit, a Waterman number 2 nib to, they're kind of useless. You want to go with the Indians and say, "Hey, look, drill me a 5 millimeter hole."
Hey, I gotta tell you, do you have a Noodler's nib creeper?
Yeah, you could fit a number 2 Waterman in there.
You want them in there.
Yeah,
That's about
Nathan,
the only pen that will. I can use it in my dip pen holder, but like I gotta be very careful when I dip it because the nib might fall out into the ink, and that's not fun.
Nathan kind of did that on purpose.
Yeah,
When he
he
was
even
choosing
showed a
different
video of
models.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you like tiny pens, right?
Well, I like short pens, not necessarily tiny.
Oh, because I was going to show you a tiny little ebonite eyedropper.
Let me see this. Oh my God, it's so cute. I love cute little
And of
pens.
course, you have to post it.
Is it an eyedropper? It is an
Yes, it's an
eyedropper.
eyedropper. You can.
Oh my God, I'm dying. That is too cute.
And what is it? I'm sorry, Frederick.
It's a tiny little ebonite
I can't see.
eyedropper.
Well,
What kind is it though? Do you know?
It's an unknown brand. I've had it for at least 20 years or so. I got it out of somebody's junk box.
if it's thinner, if it's the thickness of a wall number 2 gold fill pen, she's not going to like it.
Oh, it's thinner than that, yeah. But
It's way thinner than that. Well, I have this thing where I'm looking for like tiny pins so I can stuff them in my pocket or wear them around my neck while I'm shopping
No,
and not have to worry about losing them.
no,
But also so I could like have them there. But
no.
like I hate using ballpoint pens. They're just terrible.
well, you know, and everybody's
They
like, "Oh, that couldn't possibly work. That has to be like a salesman sample or something." No, the pen works. This little tiny pen works, and it works well.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it gets annoying to try to write with
Hold it.
something so damn small, you know.
Does it post?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
it posts.
Oh wow.
Shit.
Can't see. Hold it. Left. Left. There you go. Oh, it does post. That's cool. I know backwards technology sucks.
Yeah, it's so fucking tiny, you know. I mean,
Awesome. Oh wow. Like I wouldn't do a whole lot of writing sessions with it, but
no.
I could definitely take it to the store.
I mean, I think ideally it would be for like putting a check mark on a dance card at best, you know.
Right. If we ever get to have dances again.
Right, you know.
Oh, I can smell it.
What are you cooking?
I'm making a cake. See it?
Oh.
Oh,
Look,
it's almost done. I can smell it.
strawberry?
Strawberry cake. Amazing. Did you see the little pen that Pierre gave me?
No.
It's a little green thing. I'll run up and get it. It's so cute. It's like this big. Oh, my alarm's going off.
Don't get it now. There'll be other times.
Yeah, don't burn your cake, you know.
No, I'm gonna turn it off before I go up there. It still needs a minute anyway. It's fine.
Could probably, if that's all it needs, it could probably just finish cooking at rest, really.
Yeah. It's almost done. I can smell it. But oh my gosh. I saw this pen and I was like, that is the cutest little pen I've ever seen. Because I used to carry this other pen with me, but I broke the damn clip off. And I was so mad. It was the coolest little tiny pen.
Which pen?
The space pen that you gave me.
Oh, I might have spare parts for that. Let me look around. If I do,
Same.
if I do,
I used to
I'll
carry
send
this
it to
little
you.
space pen around with me.
Yeah, I'll check
But
around. I don't know if I do or not, but if I do, I'll send you a cap that has a new.
I don't know how if it came with a clip or not, but
Yeah, I think
I
they.
love that little pen. And this is the cute little pen that Pierre gave me.
Aw,
It's so little.
the 6
It
drops
is.
of
And
ink and
it's
hold,
got the
right? Yeah.
tiniest little tiny lever I have ever seen in my whole life. It's so tiny. And it only holds like 1 drop of ink.
Now, if Donald Trump used that pen, his hands would look big.
That's true. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a cute little pen. I mean, it's got a steel nib on it, and I think it's what they call a folded nib.
Oh, where they roll the end over. Yeah.
Right. No,
Yeah.
I can't see. Oh well. But yeah, it's a nice little writer too. Nice and wet and
But that
smooth.
almost reminds me of the Saul's Peter Pans almost. Yeah.
Yeah, their Saul's Peter Pans are thinner. This is about, I don't know.
And
It's
the
all,
only other tiny pen that I have is this here Pilot Petite One, which has a medium nib on it. But I hate the feed. It's one of those feeds that has all the little fins and you can't pull out the feed. Ugh,
You can never get those completely clear without
exactly.
soaking and force washing it for like the next 6 years.
I had the original Pilot cartridge in there forever and ever, like 6 months, because I just never washed it out because I was like, well, that's what's just gonna have to live in there now. So now I have to go back downstairs
I
to my
admit
cave.
laziness with certain modern pens. That's why I just go, well, this is the color you're going to be. I'll just buy another fucking pen if I want a different color because I'm too lazy to fucking clean you. So you're just going to remain color XYZ till the end of time.
Oh my gosh.
You know, yeah,
well, I'm with you, kiddo. None of this.
I can't be fucked with that. Yeah, I just no.
I have to have nice, clean pens. They gotta be spot clean before I'll even touch them.
Good for you.
Yeah, nah. You know, as long as they work, I don't give a shit. You know,
That's gorgeous.
yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, that does look. That almost looks like red velvet almost, but it's strawberry. Yeah.
Strawberry. Oh, that's gonna be so good. You guys are missing out.
Admittedly, despite my corpulent size, or what appears to be a corpulent size, I don't do desserts for the most part. I've never had a sweet tooth. That's my dad.
Yeah, I'm not a sweet tooth kind of guy either, but
now my of course
I
my
have
dad.
to maintain my roundish figure.
But unfortunately, you know, my dad liking that, he's the one that ended up with diabetes as well. So I don't have to worry about that because my sugar's always low because I don't.
I am so grateful. I am so grateful that I don't have diabetes in my family, but I do have heart disease, so that's a thing.
We've got enough bad genetics from blue-blooded inbreeding in order to maintain that type of crap. So I don't need it. It doesn't need any additional help. So I try to, but to me, a banana's over sickening sweet on its own. I don't need it. Yeah.
I like bananas. I like oranges. I like most fruit. I think I've maybe found 1 or 2 that I haven't liked.
I like dragon fruit, jackfruit. There's a
That stuff's great.
I even like a few of the Thai stink fruits and various things like that, even though their smell is a bit putrid.
And how?
Yeah, but they do taste very, very nice. Yeah.
I remember going to a fair in Los Angeles, and it was like some sort of big deal, and you could smell this thing from across the whole place. And I was like, what in the hell is that rancid smell? And they're like, we're gonna eat that. And I'm like, fuck you, dude.
Did it smell like rotten feet and bad jock straps?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, that's
I was like, I'm gonna throw up first. Hold on.
yeah.
Mm,
That's durian fruit. They make like ice cream out of it and all kinds of things. It's like I said, it's a really good fruit if you can get past the damn smell.
mhm.
But it's the smell. Yeah.
I think I got about halfway through the place, and then I turned around, went back to the car, and I was like, I can't deal.
But it's the same way with Limburger cheese.
I don't eat that either.
Oh no. Oh no. See,
Mm-mm.
I can eat that, no problem.
At least I should say that I haven't had the chance to eat that. So.
And that cheese is ripened by the same bacteria that you find on sweaty feet or armpits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
La.
Yeah.
Cool. Anyway, so I bought a pilot fountain. I bought a pilot vanishing point this morning at 5:00 when I was in a daze.
Now, of all days, of any day, you won't believe this because of the person it's coming from. Any other time, I would never, ever, ever be receiving instant messages from Parker of pens. But all of a sudden now, I'm receiving messages of Mont Blanc pens
Oh dear.
and various other shit from him. So I don't know if he's purposely doing that to interrupt my train of thought.
I don't know.
Or
I'd be
him
like,
or the kid are shopping, or I should be in trouble worrying. Yeah.
If he's turning into one of us, it's just too bad.
Yeah.
I would be like, if you're trying to turn me on, there's easier ways.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it doesn't even have to be anywhere near Mont Blanc. Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You could show me a dollar wing song, and as long as it works, I'd be like, hey.
2 cups of that to go, please.
Yeah. Well, in fact, I still use those modern wing songs as ink testers. I think I bought 2 or 3.
Which one?
The 3001A, which is their copy of the Pilot 78G.
Oh,
I convert them all to eyedroppers because I'm a pain in the ass.
right.
Like Nathan Tardif.
The one interesting thing about the vintage eyedroppers is that they're a hell of a lot better. They're a hell of a lot better back then than they are now. I don't know what the hell happened, but somebody was like, let's try and do the eyedropper thing again, and it just no.
Well, it's 2 things. One, the feed is a better quality for a vintage feed, being ebonite, and they were made better, thought out engineering wise. And 2, the quality of the materials that the pen is manufactured out of. I know that a lot of modern manufacturers prefer acrylics and various things, but they're not very well insulating when it comes to heat properties from your hands.
Right, exactly.
Or
they don't make it thick enough.
Or they're drilling it out too damn thin, and you put 6 mils, 5 mils, 6 mils of ink in a cylinder like that. and you heat it up in someone's hands, or
That's it. All over.
or a lot of people don't take into a factor that your environment is a big thing too. If you're in a humid environment, doesn't matter what pen you're using,
Right.
vintage or
Gonna
otherwise,
have problems.
you're going to have problems with a fountain pen, period.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have to adjust the types of inks you use. You have to adjust the flows on your pen. You have to adjust all these factors. And they don't, a lot of the dealers and various, things of modern pens per se, a lot of these dealers don't have enough experience. They're
Yeah.
newer to the hobby. So they can't help new people because they don't know themselves. They don't know that, oh, your pen's drooling like,
Right.
someone that should wear a safety helmet and quit licking the window on a bus.
Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, I've been dreaming about this pen that I want to invent. Like, it has like a cone, and then it goes down to the feed and out the nib. So it looks kind of like an airbrusher, like a air-powered airbrush type looking device. But instead of having to like suck up the ink through the nib, just like eyedropper it in from the top of the pen, and then be able to like wash it out real fast.
Well, there was a few vintage pens that had reverse fills from the back.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and I can't think of which brands there were, and there were a few that the only way to fill it was you pulled the nib and feed.
Right.
A rider pen.
Yeah.
There was a pen. There was a pen that I have, Ink Maker. It was called, and it had ink, a stick of ink in the pen, and you unscrew the back of the barrel, which had a little rubber washer on it. You unscrewed the
I'll be
blind
right
cap.
back. I'm going to use the restroom. I'm going to just turn
Okay.
my sound off.
Okay. You unscrewed I think she turned we'll hear it, but no, she turned that off too. Anyway, you unscrew the blind cap, which made it not airtight, and you put it in water, and then you screw the blind cap on, making it airtight. So the water level went to the water level, and
oh
then
wow, yeah,
and then it dissolved the ink pellet. So, but it's a very simple system of filling a pen. You just have to have an ink well that's this deep.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
which
Yeah.
in the case of the water pen, well, you can find a glass of water, but I mean
Right.
it's the simplest system. It's like holding a straw, the top of the straw,
Yeah.
and lifting it up. So it's really pretty damn simple. Again, if you have a deep enough inkwell.
Yeah. I mean, plastics graduated cylinder, or I mean, anything really.
Yeah.
Well,
But
I mean,
then you also have to wipe off the whole pen.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, the thing again with this particular pen, it was it because the ink was a solid that dissolved. Water seemed not very messy.
Yeah.
But they were called an Ink Maker pen. Let me see if I can find them. I had a bunch of maybe 6 new old stock ones. So I think they're from the 60s, maybe.
There was a lot of last gasp gimmicks that came out,
Well, I'm seeing a camel. Oh, here it is. Enjoy a continuous ink supply. Fills with water. I'll send you the link.
Yeah, do
Let me
send
send you
me
a
the
picture
link.
of it.
Yeah.
I don't know what the link is. It's one of these Pinterest things, which I have to
Oh,
sign in to get.
yeah, I've never signed up for that shit either. I always get hooked into it, and then when I click it, and then it's like, oh, well, you have to be a Pinterest member. I was like, fuck you, I'm not doing this.
Not doing this shit.
Yeah.
You'll like the design though. It's actually the flaw with it. It had a plastic clip that matched the pen, but it was the blind cap that held the clip that always was breaking on the ones I had. But anyway, let me just send you this one here. The Leadheads Pencil Blog, a name that's, so let me just take a picture of this. God, I had the boxes too. I think I might have one or two of them, but they had really nice gold nibs, very 14 karat gold nibs. They were really, really neat. And then they had an extra thing of ink. Oh, it's a Sager. It is a Sager pen,
Oh, wow.
evidently, according to this thing. Rare Sager ink maker pen.
Are your teeth not floating anymore, Marilyn?
My what?
I said, are your teeth not floating anymore?
Teeth.
Yeah.
I own all my teeth.
Yeah. I said, are they not floating? Yeah. That used to be
I don't know what that means.
it used to be a way of saying you have to go the restroom really bad. You'd say your teeth are floating. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Without context, things have no meaning.
Okay, Friedrich, I just texted you those pictures.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, they were kind of neat. They had a really fun, sort of almost modern looking section thing, which you'll see. That has a visual aided section that was kind of nice. Everything, the Achilles heel was the clip, which was very prone to breaking. Because it was plastic.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, back to the humidity thing. The best pens actually that were thought out to cure that problem are the Japanese eyedropper pens.
Uh-huh.
The ebonite ones.
Yes. Well,
Or the Arisi.
Well, even the Japanese celluloid ones from the 20s and 30s with their version of what everybody thinks is an ink shutoff. It's not an ink shutoff. It's an ink flow regulator. It's made to regulate the ink flow depending on your environment. These pens were not designed for modern air travel. That was before modern air travel. They were designed to regulate the ink flow based upon the humidity in your environment and all that. Which, when the modern pen companies that keep insisting on copying Japanese eyedroppers with the shutoffs would copy the cone design and the shutoff properly, they would make an awesome pen.
Right.
Because they would cure the problem for some of these people living in humid environments like Florida and various other places that are encountering these problems that these dealers can't seem to help because they don't know what the problem is.
Right.
But these companies don't understand what they're friggin' copying out of these vintage pens other than the style.
Yeah, they don't know what's important.
Yeah.
Oh,
we don't need this.
Yeah.
That's too hard to make. Let's just forget that part of it.
Yeah, we'll just make this. All we'll do is we'll just put a little flange here and we'll just make this piston shut off the ink, on or off, not regulate the flow. Yeah.
Right.
We're not going to turn this into an actual cone, that this cone fits into a responding cone, where when we screw this back on or off at the rear of the pen that we could actually regulate the flow. Oh, no. That requires precision machining.
That's too difficult.
Yeah.
I was telling Peter a couple days ago, I said, why don't they have the technology to take one of the boinga boinga and use reverse, reverse make a nib out of that, and then make a reverse section, and reverse, make a reverse make a waterman.
Oh, well, I don't think
It's
really
easier to make a time machine. I'm just telling you, they wouldn't know how to do it.
That's what he.
I think they could make the nib without a problem. Pelican's still in business. They made flex nibs back in their day. Bach made flex nibs back in their day. The problem is they don't want to, because
they don't want to sell it because people are going to break them.
That's right.
They're going to break them.
They're going to break them because 99% of the people, 99% of the people on the planet will break them. None of the dealers want to warranty them. None of this
take the time to teach them how to use them.
That's right. So it's far easier just to go no.
No is an easier way to do it.
Yeah. And they'll just lie and say, we're going to take these anemically expressive nibs and we're going to call this the calligraphic nib of Mont Blanc, or this is going to be the calligraphic nib of such and such. And
then we'll charge $1,800 for it. And then we'll be sitting back in our chair.
Yeah, and you could get more expression out of a $30 Eversharp nib from the 50s.
Bastards. I said it.
Yeah,
makes me so mad. All the money I was thinking thoughts about spending on a flex nib, and then I come across Pierre, and he's the savior of my life.
Oh dear!
Or at least the savior of my wallet.
but they know what the trick of it is. They know that as long as they can,
they're on to my tricks.
As long as they could jam something in a unicorn barrel with sparkles in it.
There's nothing wrong with unicorn barf.
Yeah, well, no, there isn't. But I mean, that's what drives the market right now, for the most part. Are people that are after that design. For the most part, sad to say, but
shopping
collectors like, well, I don't know, maybe Pierre and I and some other people are fairly unusual, because I guess we're more users than collectors, really, or a balance thereof. I mean, we might have huge collections thereof to use, but I mean, maybe we're a bit unusual in the collector's sense. But I mean, we're kind of a dying breed. The collector's community in the pen world is not that big. And I think after COVID's over, we're going to find out that the collecting community for pens is far smaller than it used to be, because with the amount I've seen on Fleece Bay, some severe collectors have passed away within the last year and a half. Because there's been some premium stuff that have just wafted by in the hundreds of pens. Naturally, when I've had no money and I went, I'm gonna.
There's pictures of all these pen shows, and I didn't know who she was, but I saw Susan in almost every single one of them. I was like, I know that face. I was like, I know that face. And then you were like, she died. And I'm like, wait, is that one lady? And it was. And I was like, oh, well, that's really sad. She seemed so happy in all the pictures she ever took.
Oh, she was happy as long as she was getting away. Yeah.
Right. Okay, we're going out. Here we go.
Yeah, good old Susie. Yeah.
I get to have 2 bites of cake, and then I have to run out the door and go get food for dinner.
Oh, okay.
That's the part. The part that still gets me is, I don't know. I'm not afraid of death by any stretch of the means. It's just when you hear about somebody, dying like that, suddenly, and it being something like, oh, they were, out shoveling, or they were 2 steps from the front door, or whatever.
Right.
Somebody doesn't find them, till later on, or a day or two later. I mean, I don't know, that part of it bothers me,
Yeah. Oh, it was in my pocket the whole time. Brilliant scientist. Okay. I have to slow down for a minute and think about what the hell I need to take with me. I got my anti-corona juice. I need my watch. And I get to go for a walk. That's
It's
exciting.
brilliant. All you do, you just drink a lot of bleach. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Trust me, drink a lot of bleach. Yeah.
Sounds interesting. Sounds huge.
Huge.
Bleach.
Yeah, bleach kills everything. When I it was Aquavelva, now it's bleach.
All I know is that when people smell like bleach, I kind of feel a little more safe. And when people smell like homeless person, I get a little worried. I'm like, oh God, the end is near.
Well, I mean, maybe this will be it won't be, because that requires thought, and we don't do that very often anymore. But I was hoping it was going to be a boon to architecture and all that as well, and we were going to get a return to copper and brass and civic buildings for antimicrobial sake, and all that things that we used to have in the world, because people used to think about this because of pandemics and germs and all this other shit before we eradicated crap on the planet, supposedly.
Have you seen my house?
Oh, wow.
That's my house. It's a mansion. It's very large.
I'm jealous over the fact that you get to walk everywhere. I'd be dead on the ground before I made it that far.
I have made it a very large effort to try and at least live near places that have public transport. Like, there used to be a bus stop right here where I'm standing. There's my house back there. So, but when COVID hit, they tore out my bus stop, and now it's no longer in service. It's been great. So now I have to walk everywhere. Yeah. It's only like a half a mile to food, though.
Well, that's not too bad.
Yeah, I'll live.
When I bought the house, well, I should say when I sold my condo and then bought the house to take care of Dad, I had to give up my extremely urban life to go to suburban life, and I had to readjust myself and get a car and all this other shit. And now that I've been spoiled like this for almost 20 years, 20 years now. Oh wow, time flies. I don't know if I could go back to the super urban life.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I have that feeling. I go and see my grandmother's house, town of 300 people.
I don't know if I could go back to
every like 10 years or so, and I think, oh, it'd be so lovely to live here. But then I step outside and it's either freezing cold or it's like 105 degrees outside. No, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll keep my southern sunny California weather, thanks. Uh-oh. Did the interslice go bye-bye?
Oh, it did seem to go.
Sorry about that. The interslice sucks around here sometimes. Hello. Sorry, I had to talk to the dog.
That's okay.
The dog yelps. He never gets any attention. Poor little thing. And there goes the bus. That's what I get for walking. Anyway.
Well, next time fly
Fly to
I
the
know, right? I'll just grow some wings. Should take less time. One of these days we will have wings again. We'll be just like the monkey people in Wizard of Oz.
Frederick.
Oh my gosh, this child has a giant three-wheeler outfit and I want one. Giant tricycle. Totally want one. Oh man, I want a giant tricycle. That's so cool.
Well, they make them for you.
I have no idea where though. I never see them for sale in the bike shop.
Well, you go to the elderly bike shop.
I don't want an electrified one. I just
No,
want
I'm
a
not
normal
talking about those. Elder, ELDER, trike, TRIKE.
elder trike.
I'm
Okay.
just testing it out. Elder trike. Look, here's that's an electric one. This is an
See?
adult Bromley tricycle for $300.
$300. That seems like awfully cheap.
At Walmart.
Walmart. Oh,
Look.
now I'm definitely skeptical.
Well, you can get a better one. Look at the picture.
I can't see the picture. I'm moving. Or you're frozen. That's what's happening. You'll have to send me a picture of it through
I'll
Instagram.
send you a picture right now. Save the photos. I mean, these are for adults that have a difficult time balancing on a regular bike.
Oh.
Got a big basket in the back and the front that you can load up with your groceries.
So I seen this thing at the beach one time. It was a 4-wheel bicycle. It had 2 in the front and 2 in the back, just like a car does, but only it was Flintstone status and you had to power it yourself.
Well, anyway, you have it in your Instagram inbox.
I see. Let me see. Yes, one of those.
Well, I'm sure that you could find a second-hand one for half that price, probably.
Yeah, I'll have to check them out because one of the things I wanted to get with the stimulus check was a transportation source.
Well,
because I mean, I only live a half a mile from everything.
Well, that would be.
But walking everywhere sucks, and having to wait for the bus sucks because it only comes once an hour.
Well, I think that would be a perfectly good way to get exercise and to get fresh air and to.
Right.
Because you don't have hills.
Yeah.
If it's relatively flat, I think a 3-wheeled adult trike thing would be good.
Yeah, me too.
And
I wouldn't have to worry about carrying a cart around or see, there goes another one.
Another what?
One.
Another bus?
I wasn't on it.
Another bus or another trike?
Another bus. I wish another trike would go by. I'd be like, I'm taking this, go away. Okay. Run across this here street. So what did you have for dinner?
I haven't had dinner yet.
You haven't had dinner yet? Oh my goodness.
Soon, I presume.
Getting long in the day.
See, here's one for $152.
What is it?
It's on Wish.
Oh, God, no.
3-wheeled bicycle cruise trike with shopping basket, 11 colors, 3-wheeled for $152.
Yeah, no, that'll take like 6 months to get to me. I don't want to wait that long. I'll probably get one from Amazon if I ever get one, because they'll deliver. Yeah, but that's a really cool idea. I really
Well,
want a transportation device.
Orange,
One
Co-
with a basket.
Orange County Bicycles, Craigslist.
Yes, that's where I go. Orange County
Well,
Bicycle. That's
uh,
my bike shop.
well, I'm sure that they have uh, they could get one for you that's secondhand.
Maybe. I'll have to go over there and ask. I haven't been out there in a pretty long time. But yep, that's where I used to go. They give you like an insurance policy there with your bicycle. Purchase a bicycle. They give you an insurance policy and a maintenance checkup. And if you bring it in on time, you get your maintenance checkup for free. And if it needs anything, they'll do it for you right then and there for free.
Well,
Pretty
Walmart
awesome.
has free shipping. Amazon,
Prime.
eBay has one for $198, free shipping.
Oh, wow.
3-speed. So I think I was just trying to find one that might be explore adult tricycles for elders,
Yeah.
and
All right. Well, Pierre, I'm getting near the street and I can't hear you. So I'm going to go, okay?
okay. See you
Okay,
later.
thank
Bye.
you. Take it
Bye.
easy. Bye.
Bye.
Hello, it's just me. I filled some pens today with blue Waterman blue ink that was in my room. So I am in a blue mood these days rather than green that I had them in. So I think what I will do now is find out about dinner. And I keep forgetting where the camera is here. The camera's right there. Why do I look over there? Guess I have to hold it this way. Anyway, everyone be good. I'm going to talk with you all later. See ya. How do I make this stop? Make it stop.